Why do you think I'm the right man? I caught it like a tight end. 2020, I was on my cabin strong shit, running through these bitches mental, and I broke a lot of hearts. Why I did them like that? Don't talk to me about love, I ain't trying to get sidetracked. Oh, I ain't no sucker. Told her that I love her, that's probably why I fucked up. Reminiscing about the time I spit down her tongue. Remember acting like I had it all just to fuck her. Boy, I was fucked up. Down with my brothers, 100 band SGPG, and we don't do no running. Ain't no telling what we gon' be if I start acting funny. That just mean I'm rich now. Police took my gun, but I got a new dick now. Sports mode Jeep, leather seats on a new whip now. Gold on my teeth and she rubbing on me and she think I'm a genie. Come here, make a wish now. The way that she eat it, I need her to stay down. Fit the whole table now, I need my plate now. Coming for seconds and thirds, I done ate y'all. Coming for what I deserve, I ain't leaving till I got it all on me. My bad, is it all on me? So blinded, can't you see? Just put the blame on me. Ain't even call on me. Put your hands up, wanna get your bread up. Boy, bringing cancer to your steps like the mailman. Ain't no bro shit, got your hoe up in motion. Better stay focused before you end up falling. Promissory note for the whip to get in motion. I'ma force you better recognize. Problem on your face, that time we caught a different vibe. I can tell that you hate me, I can see it in your eyes. Is it all on me? And why these niggas be asking me what's inside my pocket? My tool so big, get mistaken for a socket wrench. I feel I speak that real shit, that everybody feel shit. That dead broke late on your bill shit. Broke her confidence, I told her she ain't my speed. Don't waste none of that drink on my seat. Sit down when you talking to me. Them words cut me deep, make me bleed. All on, call that bitch Cinderella, hit the shoe fit. That boy got all that test money, don't know what to do with. Now niggas you grew up with, they wanna see you dead. Said I changed, boy, I was like 12 when you did that shit. Get lost in myself with a note and a pen. Granny make sure that she mentioned she praying for me. Is it all on me? Would it run my bad? Is it all on me? So blinded, can't you see? Got my hands out for you to come with me. Call me.
What them niggas say? Nigga ain't keep up, nigga. Gotta deal with this shit, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Real niggas recognize real niggas. You sucker niggas, you gotta step aside, nigga. We rich, nigga. Let's go. Hey, niggas hating on me, I don't give a fuck. Still out of east side, nigga, live it up. I'ma throw it up like a gang sign. I'ma shine in the club like it's game time. I'm the king, ain't no talking for the top spot. You niggas tired running out like a shot clock. Got the bitches all on me like a hot spot. And I fire nigga up like a crock pot. Could have been dead, bitch, I know I got perk. Smoking big brother, yeah, you know this shit perk. Ay, middle finger to them niggas when it came up. Get your change up, then them niggas change up. Baby, say no surprise, niggas been fake. I guess I can't lie, them niggas been hating. Ay, niggas acting five, make a nigga clutch something. Real niggas stay quiet when they touch something. I remember times where a nigga couldn't get it. I'm just trying to shine for them niggas in my city. Ay, catch me dressing all black like an inner tube. Trying to get back on my feet like some tennis shoes. Ain't no love here, so you know how we live. Baby need milk, so you know how we get it. Ay, niggas say they got love, turn around and it's gone. Nigga want false move, nigga play like a song. Trying to hold my niggas up like a kickstand. Niggas sinking, so we call it quicksand. My niggas fell off, so I took it as a lesson. Put it all on my shoulders, I respond to the pressure. If niggas ain't gonna help me, that's just what it is. Independent, yeah, I'm still how the fuck a deal. Hey, once you fall off, so you know them niggas waiting. I know them niggas mad, so I do it in they face. For my niggas, I know they gon' still. This for Big Chop, cause I know he gon' help. If a nigga touch me, then he getting touched. He told baby you ain't loyal, then he getting cut. Been through so much now, I know they can't stop me. Came a long way from them wish apartments. Told baby hold me down, nigga, I'ma hold it up till they put me in the ground, nigga, I'ma go nuts. This is for the ones that believe in me. Call Slim, cause I know he gon' squeeze with me. Made a lot of bad decisions, that's gon' be with me. Call Mr. Perkins, cause he getting cheese with me. Been through so much now, I know they can't stop me. Came a long way from them Wilshire apartments. Told baby, hold me down, nigga, I'ma hold it up till they put me in the ground, nigga, I'ma go nuts. Huh? Tryna hold my niggas up like a kickstand. Niggas sinking, so we call it quicksand. My niggas fell off, so I took it as a lesson. Put it all on my shoulders, I respond to the pressure. Them niggas ain't gonna help me, that's just what it is. Independent, yeah, I'm still how the fuck a deal. Hey, once you fall off, so you know them niggas waiting. I know them niggas mad, so I do it in their face. Huh?
Man, what are y'all doing? It's late, but I don't know. We'll see how the night goes. Salute to everybody that's up in the building. You know, sometimes, knowing I'm supposed to get up and go live, I start watching a movie or something or a TV show. I'm like, man, I told him I was going to go live at this time. Man, I was going to do it. I get glued in. I stay tuned in. So, shit happens. Shit happens. Shit happens. Make sure you hit the like button on the way in. And let's get to some things. There's a couple of things I wanted to bring to the forefront today. So everything we talk about tonight, I talk about is alleged for educational and entertainment purposes only. I have no ill will or no malicious intent. This is just information for educational reasons only. All right, fair use is in effect. Now, I knew once I seen nobody other than Usher Raymond. This has been probably about 2-3 weeks ago. He had a lot to say when it came to Diddy. He had a lot to say. Now, if you know the backstory, you've been around, we all know allegedly that Usher had to get some stitches in the buttocks. Usher had to get some stitches in the buttocks. Or, if you've been around and know the history, you would know that Diddy and Usher used to wake up in the morning fighting over the Frosty Flakes. Yeah, they used to wake up in the morning fighting over the Frosty Flakes. But Diddy could be coming home, y'all. Ain't no could. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Diddy coming home. He coming home sooner than what most anticipated or, want him to come home. But he's coming home. He's coming home. See, this administration, the Trump administration, you know, all the shit that's going on in the world, you see, you know, these pedophiles, you know, they seem to all be in one, you know, one accord, one circle. They all for one for all. You know what I'm saying? That type of build, type of, you know, shit they got going on. So when Ursula started giving these interviews, I knew it wasn't gonna be long. I said, well, they finna release Diddy, man. They finna release Diddy. Watch, when he go back for his hearing, they gonna release Diddy. You know, Diddy, he lost a lot of money, but he's not broke. Yeah, Diddy lost a lot of money, but he's not broke. Lets me know that money talks and bullshit walks. Money talks and bullshit walks. Y'all see Bebe done put, you know, Bebe the new 2026. I ain't shit new about your motherfucking trifling ass. We know you trifling. But Diddy coming home, y'all. I'm not for it. No, I mean, you know, I'm against it because it's bigger shit going on in the world right now that, you know, I think should be the focal point of worrying or trying to get Diddy up out of jail. You know, treat him like everybody else. If he did the crime, let him do the time. I don't know. But let's hear what a couple of people had to say later on in this live. We're gonna go look up, you know, a couple of people's interviews and see what all they had to say. Yeah, it was, OG. It was a clown show, man. Definitely a clown show. OG, also, see, can you hit the link, man? Just see if it's working, because I don't know what happened on that last go around. Yeah. I don't fuck with Bebe, but I do that for anybody. You know what I'm saying? You know, I don't want to see nobody get all this slick shit going on. Man, I don't know what OG done did to his phone. He done did something. Or his laptop, whatever he on, he done did something. Everybody else able to come up. I don't know. Something happened. I don't know. Oh, wow. Man, who done block? Can't nobody block you, OG. That's the thing. Baby, hit the link, please, or Blind Wine. Hit the link, please. I just want to see can y'all come up. Because that don't make no sense why OG would be, you know, blocked. Well, I thought they had a court hearing earlier today, baby. Or yesterday, one of the two. That says the judge is supposed to be looking into some things. Man, what I done blocked everybody on here or something? This is weird. Let me see here, man. Now I'm starting to. No, Baby can come up. OG, I don't know what you done did, man.
Did he upgrade his phone? Did he upgrade something?
I don't know.
Yeah, mine was acting up after I did a upgrade to my MacBook, but now I got it straight. So anyway, I'm gonna need you to start putting some respect on my name.
Excuse
You
me?
heard me.
Uh,
You heard me. You gonna need to start putting some respect on my name.
y'all, what baby talking about today, y'all? We talking about Diddy or baby?
No, I'm talking to you.
Oh, I hope you ain't bringing that bullshit up.
I ain't bringing nothing up. I'm just letting you know I'm finna sign off, but you just need to put some respect on my name. Remember that.
Baby, you're not right. I know what you're talking about, but you're not right.
I'm always right.
You're
Remember that.
not right. Everybody know baby's not right.
Remember that.
Uh-huh.
Respect. Bye.
Bye. We know baby when Googled a whole bunch of stuff, but she gonna run it down to me. She gonna say this, she gonna say that. And I'm gonna say, no, that ain't what I seen, baby. That ain't what I seen. That ain't what I seen. Mm-mm. But I'm trying to figure out. See, now I'm kind of, I'm not feeling some, man, because why would OG? No, I don't endure. I don't love no baby. Baby, bad news. Somebody got to help me out. Figure out why OG blocked. Why is OG blocked, y'all? That's what I don't understand. I don't understand why OG is blocked. Man, this is really bugging me out now, man, because I don't know why he would be blocked up out of the that's weird, man. That's weird. What else, 6'5"? I'm trying some OG right now. But before we get to what I was talking about with Diddy and Ursha Raymond, why I felt like something was about to come up dealing with Ursha. Well, yeah, he's saying he can't come up on the panel. And when nobody be able to, OG, it's something you done did, man, because when nobody be able to block you because you got a wrench. That's why I'm like, no, some ain't right here, man. Some definitely ain't right. I don't know why you can't come up on here. But I tell you one thing too. TLC, man. Yeah, you might have to do that, OG. TLC right now, right? And the In Vogue and the what was that In Vogue and Salt and Pepper concert is oh, I guess that might be, hold on, OG, that might be something that I need to look up then, huh? They are not doing the allegedly they're supposed to be counseling the tour. Now I know T-Ball's mad than a motherfucker, man, because they probably more than likely, during this time and climate right now, need that money. They need that money, bad as it is out here. And she done messed around and sit up here and put all this stuff out here about her being MAGA and, you know, supporting Donald Trump and all that good stuff. So yeah, that's weird, man. That is so weird. But I'm not mad at the fans. I'm not mad at them for you know, sticking to their guns. You know, I'm not mad at them. Definitely not mad at them. Man, this is weird, man. Yeah, OG, man. I don't know what in the world is going on, man. I'm gonna have to. Yeah, it's saying a user, but I don't have you blocked on here. That's the thing. I'm trying to start all this stuff over where I ain't gotta. I will have to go back in and make everybody, you know, moderators and things of that nature. Yeah, but I was looking at I was looking at Tabitha today, and she said she looked it up. She said it wasn't canceled, but she said she see where a lot of people, you know, they have stopped, you know, supporting it. People have stopped buying tickets and all that good stuff. Oh man. Let me try this here, man. Let me see some OG. This is weird, man. Yeah, it says that I see what OG was saying, what he was talking about, and that's crazy. I don't understand why that's up there like that. Yeah, that's weird, man. I have no idea what in the hell. Let me see something right quick. Oh, you know what? OG, my bad. There you go. Try now, OG. There we go. We got it. My bad. I don't know. I must have made a mistake, OG, and hit a button. Try now, OG. Sorry about that, brother. Now we on. But yeah, baby, that's what she did. If she just, you know what? I don't think if she would have told the truth, just been honest about it and told the truth, they still was gonna, you know, treat her like shit and you know, ban her because, you know, and disown her because, man, you know, here you go. The black community made you. There you go. My bad, OG. Disown her because, man, you know, here you go. Turn your TV down, OG. There you go. My bad, OG. TV still up. But yeah, they mic check 1 2. Say something, OG.
I'm in here.
Oh man, there you go, man. OG in here, man. Hey, look, y'all, I'm working these computer skills around this mug, man. That's what's up, man.
Yeah, I thought you was mad at me or something, man. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? I'm just on last night.
Yeah, my bad, man. I'm like, damn. I'm like, how the hell did I get in here, man? But yeah, we good to go. We good to go. But yeah, she come back out lying about her thumb hit this thing and this and that, and I'm like, dude, ain't no way, man, that you gonna, block somebody and repost some and not know what you're doing. Because I'm pretty sure when you repost, you got to hit the button twice or so, you know what I'm saying, to even send it. You know what I'm saying? Just because you hit it doesn't mean that it's just gonna automatically post. You know what I'm saying? So people knew she was lying right then and there. They knew she was lying. So, I ain't gonna lie, man. I hope people still go in support of T-Boz, man. If she can make her little paper, if that's the case, man, because that's fucked up. That is fucked up, man, that you would, sit and do that, and now you done jeopardize you can jeopardize, you know what I'm saying, money coming in for T-Bars and Salt and Pepper and En Vogue. We know En Vogue drastically. We know they need some paper because they ain't shit. En Vogue ain't had no hits or been on tour and God knows when. So yeah, they definitely, you know what I'm saying, can use the paper. But yeah, I don't understand, folks, man. It's crazy how these goddamn entertainers, they try to hide behind the scenes, and support these Republicans or these racist organizations, you know what I'm saying, behind the scenes, and then think that the black community just supposed to forgive them. But yeah, salute to her, man. It is what it is, man. Yeah, I hate it for her, but that's just what it is. That's just what it is. OG, man, just don't, man, it wasn't my fault, man. Shit happens, you know what I'm saying? Shit happens.
All right, I forgive you.
Yeah, y'all lost y'all wrenches and everything. I had to do all that. Everybody lost their wrenches and everything. But yeah, I think I'm almost there. But let me play this here, man, and y'all tell me what y'all think. This was crazy, man. I knew once he came out doing this shit, there was a possibility, it was gonna be some strings pulled. This is Ursha on Assets. They act, he pretty much came out and said, nothing happened to him, and Puffy was being misrepresented and all that type of shit. But yeah, let's go.
I don't have anything negative to say about Sean Combs because my experience was not what the world has seen.
Usher is getting candid about his views on Sean Diddy Combs. During an interview with Forbes' The Enterprise Zone, he used the word legacy to describe the hip-hop mogul. The singer went on to reflect on his own career path as host Jabari Young asked him about avoiding the kind of negativity that's been associated with Combs today.
I knew better. Maybe it was those valuable lessons in integrity in Tennessee, and furthermore, I knew what the hell I wanted. I didn't want to go to New York for the experience. I wanted a career, right? I could have gotten to a lot of stuff, but I chose a different road. I had a plan. I had a focus, right? I wanted to get it done, and you avoided a lot of the negativity that we obviously know shows up in his story today. Young kids, how do you talk to them about avoiding that negative like you did because you had your path?
I mean, this might be a bit controversial, but in the same way, I think many people choose to look past the reality of what our country is, the standards that we now stand on. We can't ignore the reality of the history, but in many ways, I think certain people are prosecuted and maybe not recognized for the greatness, that they offer. I don't have anything negative to say about Sean Combs because my experience was not what the world has seen and how he's been, misrepresented. I'm not saying that every man is perfect. I'm not saying that all of us don't have flaws, but I can't, with any sense of humanity, not recognize the valuable contributions that this man made.
As the Yes singer continued, he explained his perspective on the entrepreneur's influence.
For us as Black entrepreneurs, for us as businessmen, for us as people who transition, culture and ideas into something that's tangible and becomes business, so many people benefited from what he created. And I acknowledge that. And that's why I see him as legacy.
Usher went on to call Combs a mentor, comparing him to a hard teacher. He also discussed why he, quote, puts respect on his name, as he explained what he learned from him doing business.
Puff was a mentor, but he was like you have that really, really hard teacher, but you're watching something in real time. I think that the idea of the level of discipline that came with that time in business, especially in an era that was trying to prove itself culturally in hip hop. Now, you can't turn on the television and not see the influence of hip hop.
That's right.
But the people who actually made that appropriate and are the forefathers are people like Sean Combs. And not just.
Let me pause here. That Negro speaking highly. What up out the pit? That motherfucker speaking highly of Diddy too, man. I'm talking about highly. And he said that he was a mentor, I remember I watched the Cat Williams special, and Cat Williams say shit. These motherfuckers go up on stage knowing this nigga got herpes allegedly and burning motherfuckers allegedly and feeding a motherfucker cherries. You can't take Usher seriously. And on top of that, he said it wasn't his experience. His experiences were different and, all that shit. So, I guess what Diddy got on Usher? Because we all know that Usher had to be escorted to the hospital because he needed stitches in his buttocks. We know this. And Usher know damn well he wants to send his own kid to, hang out with Diddy, just like, Justin Bieber was hanging out with them, So if you look at the pattern, it looks like, Diddy had Usher and Usher had Justin Bieber. Because remember, Bieber was with Usher everywhere he went. They were out hanging together everywhere. He went and got him, all that type of stuff. But, you got a lot of people out right now that's saying that they want to counsel Usher. How do y'all feel about that in the chat? It's sad, man, that Usher, is pretty much allowing or glorifying, or he's accepting the fact that it's okay to do what Diddy was allegedly doing to people out there. Now, the court, when he say misrepresented, hell, shit, to be honest, I thought Diddy got represented well, because the shit that they said they had on him, it never came up in court. The only thing you had was Cassie and Diddy going at it. You didn't have anything else. And some motherfucking prostitutes, some male prostitutes. I don't even think there were no women prostitutes.
I think Usher got skeletons in the closet. That's why he ain't talking shit on Diddy.
Yeah. Like I say, he he was, kicking it with, Justin Bieber the same way, Diddy was kicking it with him. Out the pit say Usher, no, he could have went down to with Diddy and Bieber situation. Yeah. But the light was on you know, on Diddy, on Puff Daddy, you know what I'm saying? The green light was on him. We want to get him, you know, we out to him, you know what I'm saying? And I think if that damn video when it never came out, you know, about when he was in the hallway kicking Cass and all that type of shit, man, we wouldn't even be here in the first place, honestly, you know, because they didn't have shit on him, you know.
I want to know what that video got to do with the Fed case.
Talking about the one with Cassie.
Yeah, when he whooped her ass in the hotel in the hallway. What they got to do with the Fed case? What they got to do with prostitution and racketeering and all this other shit they charged him with?
I think it was a humiliation ritual. They knew they knew they had shit on them, but man, I think Diddy would have pulled a Nino Brown on their ass. You know what I'm saying?
But yet you got these people down there in Washington, these Republicans and that messing with little girls and little boys and shit.
Mm-hmm. Like Dr. Pitt said, that's why Diddy didn't get jammed, because all them other people that was tied into it, you know. That's who paid for attorneys, baby, the liquor people. Man, I guess I must have shit. I ain't been you know, tuning in or forgot the case. Has been a little bit ago. Yeah. Oh yeah, they paid for that shit. It was already bought and paid for. Everything was gonna go like it was. It was just a way to sit Diddy down for a second. You know what I'm saying? Just to humiliate him and let him know who was boss.
It's all about the money. That's all it was. Yeah. Everybody got a bag.
Yeah. Everybody got a piece of that bad boy, Biggie Smalls money. Yep. That's exactly what it was, man. Everybody got part of that money, but I don't know, man. I really think after this interview dropped with Usher and him talking, I think Usher, you know, they gonna use this in consideration. Or I don't say use in consideration. I think they just gonna let him come home and say, man, you know what? We didn't taught the nigga a lesson. That's what I think. We didn't taught that nigga a lesson. But hold on, let's go.
Just in the great times that they had musically, but in the idea of being able to find ways to monetize culture, and create something that was not just black or white. It was colorless. It was green. That's who I see that man as. And that's what I choose to remember. I put respect on his name because I realized that, you know, what I learned as a businessman, before I even understood what business was, came as a result of seeing the incredible things that he was able to do and the way that he positioned himself as a businessman. There are trials and tribulations that come with pressures of success and power. But what we choose to do with it is what I hope that you see with me and hopefully other people that I'm involved with, right? Big Sean Wilson, the Boys and Girls Club, they're doing things that I think are positive with the power and access that they have.
Now, you know what really exactly out the pit. Yeah, exactly. Because of that fucking society. But I just want to say this here, man. I'm not taking nobody's side, but I'm just speaking reality here. The fucked up thing about all this shit is that there were people that were caught up and maybe went through things that were not good with Diddy. You know what I'm saying? As far as the shit that these motherfuckers do, like Harvey Weinstein, the Diddy's, the R. Kelly, they use their fame to get whatever they want. But that's just like a nigga on the street using their money, you know what I'm saying? They whatever that attracts a person, a young lady, a young boy, whatever they into to get what they want. See, the thing with this Diddy thing is that everybody knew how Puffy was. Everybody knew, you know what I'm saying, about the parties. Ain't no party like a Diddy party. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knew, you know what I'm saying? And how crazy they used to be at them parties and the shit that they used to do. I think the problem that or issue that some people have with is that with this case, his case, and why they feel that he shouldn't have got no time or anything like that was because people started playing victim, you know what I'm saying? You know, once there was a payday involved. You know, the OG just said, you know, shit, everybody got paid off the fucking Diddy trial. Because everybody knew. Everybody knew what happens. You know what I'm saying? You know, you seen Marlon Wayne's up there defending, you know, Diddy, man, and the shit that they was doing. You know, I think if they would have had some real live people that came in there that were really affected by these things that these people were doing at these parties, or, you know, whatever social events that they had, then it would have been different. But these were the people that, you know what I'm saying, that were at these parties, attended these parties, knew what was going on, and you know, here we are.
That's why I said there ain't no victims. They grown ass people. They ain't like Diddy put a gun to their head and made them stay there. They wanted to be there to get high and get the freak on. I don't want to hear that shit. There's victims there. There ain't no victims.
Yeah. But you know, OG, the ones that were affected though, they didn't get the time of day. You know, they didn't get a chance to tell their story. But I think another problem that we as, you know, society have is that, man, if some shit happened to you, man, don't wait 40 years to bring that shit up. You know, bring that shit up, you know, when it
happens. Yep.
You know, waiting 40 years. No. You know, that's just like Justin Bieber, you know, he was going they were trying to get him to come in and press charges and, you know, file charges against Usher and Diddy, but man, them dudes got too much of the industry backing them, you know. And to be honest, you know, man, I just don't. Man, to be honest, y'all, I just don't understand. I don't, y'all. I don't understand. I'm just be honest with y'all. I don't understand, y'all. I'm just looking at if it was me and I felt some shit going on that was fucked up, you know, I'm gonna say something about it right then and now. I'm not gonna wait 25, 30 years to bring this shit up. You know, I know people, you know, they want the fame and fortune. Maybe that may be why, or maybe they may, you know, to say, you know, you say that you're scared. I mean, that could be a reason too, you know what I'm saying, depending on who the person is. But, you know, I don't know, man. Then OG, you gotta look at it this way too, though, man. I'm looking at it at all angles. Just say if a person did bring it up, OG, them niggas had a lot of money where it was influencing people that don't even hear this shit. Don't even take it seriously. You know, throw it out. You know, don't investigate it. You know, I mean, it's all type of shit that come along with this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a lot of shit, man, that you know, was fucked up, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to this industry, you know, the movie and everything else, you know. What you said, the U.S. or Africa pays reparations, y'all gonna want them to pay up. Slavery ended more than 100 years ago. Y'all ain't gonna be quiet. What they got to do with Sean and
what they got to do with anything?
Lost.
I get reparations every day, not paying taxes. Shit. I ain't giving the government no more money. Fuck them.
You know, and then, you know, you look at Usher coming to speak out, you know, about this situation. I mean, you know, I'm looking at Usher like if everything's true and what we do know, like I said, we have heard the story about the you know, the nigga needing stitches, you know. Ursha, you know, when he got a hold of Justin Bieber, I mean, he brought him around Diddy. He knew what type of motherfucker that he was. Oh, yeah, I give you my check, baby. But ain't no reparations coming to us, man. Nobody likes us.
Nope.
Nobody gives a fucks about us black folks here.
Black folks better start being like the Somalians, better start scamming these motherfuckers. That's the only reparations you gonna get.
Yeah. But yeah, you know, like Cat Williams said, man, Diddy likes to party, and you got to tell him no. You got to tell him no. Got to tell him no. Then, you know, you look at a motherfucker like Ursha, his story, when he said his wasn't like nobody else's, he may be right, because his mom and them, you know, they pretty much dropped him off just like, you know, these other ones did, you know, with Justin Bieber, you know, his parents. Ursha mama dropped his ass off and left him with Diddy, and shit, all hell broke loose. So, I guess he don't want to throw his mama up on the bus either, looking like a bad parent. That's why I say it's a lot in this shit, man.
It's bullshit.
Yeah, it's hard.
It's bullshit, because that motherfucker, what's his name, Hugh Hefner, he did worse shit than Diddy. They ain't do shit to him.
Man, OG, think about this, OG. Think about, for one, if they had cameras back then in them 70s, 60s, 70s, and 80s, when Hugh Hefner was at his you know, his height, you know, Showtime Lakers and all that type of shit. Man, they say Magic Johnson and fucking Jerry Buss lived in that motherfucker. They was in there fucking them motherfuckers left and right, man.
And giving them drugs.
Yep, they was fucking them motherfuckers left and right up in that Playboy, on that Playboy Ranch.
Yep, the Bunny Ranch.
Yeah, Cookie knew what type of nigga Magic was. You know what I'm saying? You know, she knew what type of nigga Magic was. That's why I say, I think that shit some bullshit too. You know, Magic HIV positive, you know, and all this type of shit. I don't know what the fuck Magic got involved in, but it's quite funny that this nigga still alive. Magic look better than shit have for us around this motherfucker.
No, because everybody know had HIV. They was thin like a toothpick when they went out of here.
Man, they got up out of here in 20. Shit, it ain't taking 20 years either. This nigga still, you know, he's still kicking, but you know,
and he blew up.
Yeah.
Picked up weight shit.
I don't know what the fuck Magic had going on with the motherfuckers. You ain't never heard Jerry Buss talking about he had motherfucking AIDS. Nope. You know what I'm saying? You know, you ain't hear that shit. You ain't hear motherfucking nobody say nothing about Hugh Hefner, you know, having AIDS, you know.
Nope.
I thought that was the slimiest motherfucker anyway, though, man. You know, he and his old ass 150 years old around there fucking with, you know, these fresh ass young girls coming straight out of fucking high school, 17 years old, you know, 18. Then he'll marry the motherfucker, you know, so he can sit in there and take his blue pills allegedly and try to, you know, get his rocks off all night. That gotta be nasty shit.
Yeah, because there was a documentary. There was these two blonde twins up there. They said he dogged them out, got them all strung out on dope and shit.
Yeah. I remember that. Yeah. But think if they had cameras. What up, Jalen? Think if they had cameras and shit then. You know, all that bullshit that was going on. You know what I'm saying? Get that down.
They still wouldn't have done shit to him. They still wouldn't have done shit to him. Look at all the important people who probably going up there. Congressmen and people in government and shit. They was hanging out up there.
All them NBA players and shit, movie stars. Everybody was at the Playboy mansion.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. So you know, that's why I say it's still hard for me to believe that shit about Magic, you know what I'm saying, being found HIV
positive, yeah.
kids ain't HIV positive. Cookie, his wife ain't HIV positive. Nigga, something just ain't adding up. Cause you can't tell me that Magic was riding up banging all them motherfuckers, and then one banging Cookie when he got home. Get the fuck up out of here.
Yeah.
Shit. I say it's something fishy with that shit too.
Yeah, that story don't sound right.
Nah, hey, that nigga Magic, what, 60 now? 60 something? Shit, ain't no motherfucking way. That nigga Magic ain't no motherfucking way. But anyway, man, salute to, Diddy with his motherfucking ass, man. I nigga say Sick Magic got that shit. I don't know, Jalen. That nigga there, man. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know what the fuck they were trying to do. Get his ass. I tell you one thing, that bitch blew up. Magic made some investments that were out of this world. You know what I'm saying? He got it and got sold that shit off before it started going downhill. He had some good advisors, man. You remember Magic bought all them damn cinemas, them God damn, I can't think of the name of them theaters that it was called. The theater. I can't think what it was called, but yeah, he bought all them cinemas and shit and was putting them up everywhere. Then the bitch, I think he had the what was that, 24-hour fitness or Planet Fitness, one of them. He had that shit. Yeah, he had the movie theaters indoor. I can't remember the name of them. But yeah, the movie theaters was a motherfucker until everybody started getting fire sticks and shit. Hey, and I know this ain't on the subject though, OG, but you remember when old boy, I can't remember his name. He locked up right now. What was his name? Thundercat or some shit? I can't think his name. He had the fire sticks. He was buying the motherfuckers off Amazon. He'll jailbreak them, then resell them, and then make his money off that shit. This before everybody got in tune with the fire sticks, before everybody knew how to get their hands on them. But they locked that nigga up, man. Thundercat, yeah. Thundercat. They locked that nigga up, man. They locked that nigga up, man, which I thought was the most bullshit ever. But I guess since it wasn't his product, that's what they, I guess, alleged got him with, because it wasn't his actual product. But that shit was smart though. He was ahead of the game. Just like when that shit, them fire sticks came out, Magic had already sold them theaters because he knew motherfuckers weren't going to the theater to watch movies. So yeah, good advisors, great investments, and all that type of stuff. So yeah. One more thing, a couple more things. So I don't know the whole story on the Big Ten situation affiliated with Jay Prince. They're saying Jay Prince's name has came back into the limelight with the unaliving of another rap artist, man. And I'm saying to myself, the artist was named NBA Big Ben 10. I don't know these niggas. I don't know these young niggas. I don't know all these rap niggas and this and that there, but this was about a fucking chain or something that Jay Prince Jr. allegedly sent him to go snatch a chain or something like that. Yeah, he a lot. Yeah, but what I said, he was in another somewhat alive. Another unalive, and that's my fault. Yeah, he just in the middle of some shit, which I don't understand. Jay Prince Jr. need to sit his ass down. That's what he need to do. He need to sit down. They still got shit out there, but allegedly him and Boosie, having something to do with the Duke the Jeweler. You got what's his name coming up right now? Not Takeoff. God damn, what's the boy name? Yeah, Takeoff. What up, AC? Takeoff. You know, you got all this shit going on, man. You know, it's crazy, man. But the dude got shot. You know, he got shot. The rapper dude, Jalen. They all need to sit their ass down. I'm tired of you know, seeing these motherfuckers. You know, they just, I don't know, man. They just these rappers and these young motherfuckers out now, they act like they just ain't got no common sense, no they just disrespectful. They just all fucked up.
They all need a career change. That's what they need.
Yeah. It's crazy, man. So yeah, whatever you know, they involved in, you know, with this situation here, you know, hey, you know what? It is what it is, man. I don't know these young ass niggas, you know, I don't know these new rappers and, you know, all that shit. But it was something about Jay Prince Jr. telling the young dude to snatch another man's chain, you know. I don't give a fuck who you is. I'm not, I mean, what, you know. Yeah, I mean, fuck that. You know, I'm not gonna be doing no shit because another grown ass nigga tell me to snatch a fucking chain. But this how they, you know, I guess they figure they get they you know they rocks off or whatever. You
No,
know,
nowadays they say that's status. They trying to get status. I said, you motherfuckers can't even spell status.
yeah, but but you know what though, Jalen? Fuck that, man. Jay Prince Jr. That motherfucker is a walking bad luck ass nigga. That's who he is. Mm-hmm. He a bad luck nigga. I don't want slap rock. I don't want to be nowhere around that motherfucker, man. You know,
See, bad luck.
bad look like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You know, slap rock used to come around and all the buildings used to fall.
Right?
You know? Look, they don't remember that shit.
Yeah.
They don't remember that shit. That before some of these motherfuckers' time. Well, I ain't gonna say that. You know. Yeah, we were talking about that, AC. About Diddy. You know what I'm saying? Cause I said he coming home. I said he coming home. You know, Ursula just dropped that interview 2-3 weeks ago. Yeah, he coming home. They gonna let his ass right up out of there. Money talks, bullshit walks. You know. Yeah, Jay Prince, a lot of shit, baby. He just a bad luck ass motherfucking dude, man. Every time you go to Houston, some bullshit coming up. Yeah, he ain't know where he supposed to be, Jalen, but shit, they bringing that shit up, man, and you know, making this, you know, primetime news and shit, man. They been let that motherfucker out. You know, they finna let that motherfucker out. You know, definitely that.
Yep.
Well, yeah, I seen the news of Africa Bambaataa. Y'all know who Africa Bambaataa is, right?
Yeah.
So I guess the only motherfucker that's happy with that is the YouTube sensation Hassan Campbell. You know, he said Africa Bambaataa used to, you know, bend and mobile allegedly, you know, and you know, take his buttocks. So, yeah, for real. Hassan Campbell, hell yeah. That nigga talked about that shit. That what got him famous on YouTube. Well, that's what Hassan Campbell say. You know, He was tearing his little yellow ass up, bruising all his ass up. Shit.
Getting a shitty deal.
Mm-hmm. Hell yeah. Oh, African Bambaataa.
Yeah, he was what, 67?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think her son Campbell got to be maybe, early 50 or maybe 48, 49, somewhere up in there, So yeah, he was, him and the dude up, man. So yeah, I guess. Yeah, the big YouTuber, the snot box rock ass nigga. That's what he be saying. Yeah, you got your snot box rocked. He got his TV turned off, all that shit. Fuck up out of here. Nigga, you got your ass took, nigga. Fuck it. One of the two. But yeah, salute to them niggas, man. It's sad out here, man. I want no parts of none of this shit, OG. I want to stay out the way, man.
Yep.
Stay out the motherfucking way. Not even worth it, man. But check this out, man. They say MAGA is turning on Donald Trump now, man.
Oh, you see where Trump he threatened the Pope?
Yeah, man.
Shit.
Pull that up, man. Yeah, Trump is I think they need to evaluate his motherfucking ass and see that
administration need evaluated.
See this
Anybody follow him need evaluated.
Yeah, something ain't right with this dude, man. He's doing things, man, that just it don't make no sense to even do it. You know what I'm saying? It just I don't know, man. I guess he feel he can say whatever he want to say. I don't know, man. He just Trump is just a weird motherfucker, man.
Trump's a goofy.
So let's say the Pentagon confirms it met with the Vatican, but denies reports of a bitter clash aimed at the Pope's mounting criticism. Says that Pete Hegseth had a lot to say, saying that he didn't think that Donald Trump, said anything that was out of the ordinary or the disrespectful, I guess is what he want to say. But he said, where we at? Say that Trump said that the U.S. has the military power to do whatever it wants in the world, saying the Catholic Church better take its side before raising the threat of the Avignon papacy, referring to a period in the 14th century when France's King Philip was used military to take control of the Vatican, ousting Pope and forcing many popes to reside instead of in Rome. So we have said this on multiple lives that Trump doesn't plan on leaving the White House, that he's going to use ICE and use the military to, be his protection. Now, that's why I believe that, all the old school generals and, people are ranked, the admirals, the people that got rank up in there, he even if they're white, if they're not on his agenda, then they're gonna try to get rid of them or force them out, do whatever. Then you got these newcomers coming here that's trying to make a career for themselves, or trying to do something for themselves, get the name out there, and here we go, a whole bunch of chaos. So I don't know, man. The dude think he can just do whatever he want to do. It's obvious that he says what he want to says. Like I said earlier, you cannot be a Christian and wish and say these things that he says. Now all this shit that went on, with the ceasefire and this and that, man, Iran still has the fucking straight clothes. Nothing is going through there, nothing is getting through there.
Well,
you're a bad fucker.
Well, that shit with the Vatican, he fucked up. They fucked up when they made that threat, because all Europe is backing them Catholics over there in Europe. They back that Vatican.
Yeah,
all the countries do. They ain't playing that shit.
Yeah, he think he bigger than the program, man.
Yeah,
They didn't gave him the ups to say and do what he want to do,
And he don't know the Vatican got a long reach, and the Vatican got more money than he do.
Oh yeah, no doubt. But is the Vatican they willing to go there with him? That's the point. Are they willing to go there with him, knowing their religious beliefs and stuff like that? That's the thing. You know what I'm saying? Are they willing to go there with him?
What do you think the Crusades? What do you think the Crusades was about?
Oh yeah. Well, I'll tell you one thing, OG man. I'm just done with all this shit, man. It's whatever happens now, man. It just is what it is. I'm not gonna be,
Ain't worried about it.
Yeah. Gas go up. That mean, hey man, you know what? I go up. That's just simple as that. Gas go up. That just mean that, hey man, sit your ass down. You can't go everywhere. You can't do this. You can't do that.
I had to do Ellis today when I was cutting grass. Went to go get paid. He talking about the same price, right? I said, nope, $5 extra. Gas went up.
Oh yeah. What y'all at right now, man? What y'all at right now?
We're at 419.
419. We at 389 here in Omaha, Nebraska.
419.
That's just for 87 regular unleaded. When you start getting to the premium and shit, you had $4 and some change. You get the diesel, you had $5 and some change.
Well, certain gas stations on certain days is 9 cents off. Like the Sunoco I go to on Sundays and Friday is 3 cents off. Wednesday is 9 cents off a gallon.
That shit don't mean shit, though, do it?
Hell no.
For real though, man.
I'll be using my gas perks because I go shopping and I get them points like you was talking about. I'll be using them.
Yeah. I'm always trying to use them motherfucking points.
Yeah.
Trying to knock it down as low as I can,
The last time I gassed up, I was getting I was saving like 89 cents on a gallon.
Well, yeah, that's good, but still, you know what I'm saying, that the damage is already done.
Yeah.
Shit, baby talking about she might have to get her a boyfriend. Ain't nobody finna be fucking with you. You too mean, baby.
Forget a mannequin.
Hell yeah. That nigga come home in the fucking gas tank on 3/4 instead of a full tank. Oh man, she gonna cuss the dude out. Shit. She gonna cuss the damn man out. Man, put $50 in your shit. That ain't fill it up.
Do like that woman did, Al Green, throw some hot fish grease on your ass.
Man, I'm telling you, it's real.
No, there was some hot grits. That's what it was. Some grits on hot grits.
And they gonna be like, man, I'm out of here, man. This motherfucker here, fuck this shit. This nigga here crazy like that glue. Shit,
Right?
ain't no way. But be riding that motherfucker dealing with your crazy ass. Shit, nigga be scared to eat around that bitch. The gas tank ain't filled up. I ain't eating that shit you cook. For real, but man, OG man, yeah, I'm get up out of here, man. Shit, I gotta make some moves tomorrow, man. You know how it go.
Hey, one more thing here before everybody go.
Mm-hmm.
I want everybody in the chats, because I already sent you the video. I want everybody to Google Iranian Legos. And the reason why I want y'all to do that, they be talking about black people ain't got no culture. The Iranians are biting off our culture.
Oh,
with this video with these Legos.
Yeah,
they got rap music in it. Yeah.
But you know that's that AI shit, man.
No, the Iranians made that. They making them videos over there.
No, I'm talking about the rap and stuff.
Yeah, it's AI, but yeah, our video. I mean, our culture is global. I don't give a fuck what anybody say. Motherfuckers want to be like us. They want to rap. They want to talk like us. They want to dress like us. They want to cook food like us. Our shit is global.
Yeah.
When they be talking about black people ain't got no culture. Get the fuck out of here. You look at South Koreans, them motherfuckers over there rapping, pants hanging off their asses and all kind of shit.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. You see that all the time. Man, hey, I'm gonna ask you, do y'all ever look at Straight Shooter with Stephen A. Smith?
Nah.
Well, this motherfucker yesterday or whatever, his title yesterday was that we need a new president, you know. But see, Stephen A. Smith, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, don't be surprised if y'all see that nigga name on a ballot some motherfucking well.
He ain't getting no vote.
He think he got enough clout, you know, and people know him to run for office. So, you know,
he just a loudmouth Negro. He ain't getting no hair.
With no hairline. That motherfucker head bigger than a motherfucker. Shit, it's time to just cut it all off, Stephen A. Time to let it go.
Let it go.
Motherfucker, I get to the point. I know my shit bought now. I'm letting that shit go. Fuck that. Put some goddamn baby oil on my head. Let it bake on there and turn my head black. Yeah, you know, you shave it, it's gonna be light. It ain't gonna be tan.
But you know, I know a couple people here. They went to chemo and they lost their hair, and their hair done came back. I said, "How you get your hair to come back?" And they was like, "You don't know the Negro recipe home remedy?" I said, "No." They said you get olive oil and what's the other shit? And then witch hazel. And you put it in a bottle, shake it up. Put it in your hair, you rub it in your hair for about a month, your hair come back.
Yeah, I remember when we went through that, man, and shit, mine had lost all that hair and shit, man, and man, she was rocking that shit, man, you know, shit. Once it started growing back.
Oh, you gonna play me a Lego? You gonna play me some Lego shit before you go? Go ahead.
Play some of this Lego, man. Hold on.
Play some Lego shit.
Before I even play this, man. So they're really making fun of this motherfucker.
Yeah, they is. They clowning me.
Yeah.
And they said shit about the Epstein files in one of them videos too.
Well, I think what I'm getting out of is that they already knew these were the moves that these dummies were gonna make. They already was prepared for that reserve right there to get blown up. They knew these were things that they would target, and it's like
but hold up here. Now I seen some shit here where they was talking about, okay, you got this pilot that got shot down. How come you don't hear his family talking and no shit like that? And then they trying to say that they weren't looking for no pilot. They went over there to try to steal that uranium.
Uranium, yep. That man, when we was questioning that shit, like, man, how the fuck these motherfuckers over here talking about they looking for a pilot? Ain't no fucking way. And OG, I'm gonna tell you right now, man, if they were looking for a pilot, shit, that motherfucker,
He caught.
Yeah, he caught. They got him.
They got him.
Mm-hmm. They got him. But they say they went over there to try to get that uranium.
They tried to steal it. Yeah.
That's why the planes and shit they were talking about. Remember they were talking about this one one of them got stuck in the mud and all this. Why would y'all have that big old airplane over there in the first motherfucking place?
Right.
You know, the big boy.
And they said it was the planes wasn't that far away from the nuclear plant. Yeah. Because like I said, this motherfucker got shot out the sky. How come his family ain't talking? How come he ain't talking? Because that shit didn't happen.
Yeah, or you know, it did happen, but they got Iran got their fucking soldier. But let me go to this here right quick. Hold on. Real flag, ain't it? I mean Iranian.
Yeah, that's Iranian flag.
Yeah.
They clowning me.
Yeah.
They clowning me.
Motherfuckers crazy. But you know, man, them people over there, man, they are intelligent. They have, you know, like I say, if you go to the doctor, most of the time you're gonna see, you know, somebody from Iran, Iraq, you know, places like that, you know. Yeah, it's fucking crazy. Earlier, me and Hip Hop Culture was on live, and he was showing me. We were just going over the map, man. You know, just how close all this shit is together, and you know what this shit, you know, really about. You know what I'm saying? It ain't got, you know, a lot to do with what people think, but you know, for them to want to take over, you know, all that era and get that, Israel got some nuts, man, to think that they can just go in there and just, you know, take over all that space in Iran without it being a fucking, you know, fight, man. You know, I didn't realize Iran was that big of a damn country.
Yeah.
They are huge, man. Iran might be, shit, it's bigger than the United States look like.
No, they ain't that big. They only got 90,000 people. I mean, 90 million people 90 there. Million. But they said 15 million is ready to fight for the country.
Oh yeah, we ain't got that over here.
Hell no, we ain't got 15 million motherfuckers in the military. Shit. No. They got 15 million people ready to fight right now.
Shit, that man.
And like I said, everybody over there got a gun. Everybody.
For real though. The motherfuckers, they willing to die, man. They willing to die for what they believe in. You know, they willing to die for what they believe in. But I tell you one thing though, them Epstein files, man. I don't know what the fuck is in them Epstein files, but boy, whatever it is.
Man, let me tell you about them Epstein files. It ain't about them little kids. It's all about money. It's about money. It's bigger than them kids. It's about money.
For us, the trafficking part of it.
Yep, it's all about money. Money, money, exotic arts, drugs, guns. That's what that shit's about. It's bigger than them kids.
Yeah, I can believe that, man. These people are just evil, man.
They is.
These people are evil, man. That's why I say you know, you gotta be careful, man. You know, gotta be careful. Hey, I'm gonna say, I don't know if y'all been looking at world news, but man, it's a motherfucker that he didn't come out, man. They didn't arrested his old ass now, but the white man was talking about his wife
fell overboard the Bahamas.
Yeah, in the boat and shit. So
yeah, I knew. Go ahead.
Yeah, check this shit out, man. So the daughter of the two, you know, the dude was the stepdad of the little girl. Well, the young lady, she's a teenager now, well, young adult. But she said, shit, even if my mother did fall overboard, she's a great swimmer. I said, oh yeah, that nigga killed that motherfucking woman.
Yeah, he probably busted her in her head, pushed her in the water.
Mm-hmm. He killed that woman.
Yep, he killed her.
She's a great swimmer. Like she said, a great swimmer. She ain't say she swim, you know, good enough to make it to the boat or back to shore. She said she's a great swimmer. So, you know, if the sharks didn't get her, then, you know.
Church got her. Church got her.
Well, I'm talking about like right then and there. You know what I'm saying? You know, when she allegedly fell over.
Man, he probably hit her upside the head with something while she was still in the dinghy. Probably had a brick on him, chained her to the brick, threw her ass over. And she went straight down. The fucking crabs and shit he'd eating her at the bottom feeders.
Yeah,
That's why they can't find her body. He probably tied something to her and she went straight down.
Man.
Motherfuckers do shit like that. Just like that motherfucker over there in Hawaii got convicted. That doctor busted his wife in the head with a rock and tried to throw her over the cliff.
Damn.
Yep.
Yeah, these motherfuckers, boy, they evil, man. They are some evil motherfuckers, man.
And then they said it was over some money. You trying to collect some money.
Oh yeah, majority of that shit is about life insurance policies and shit like that.
Yep. Rock motherfuckers, man.
This shit is fucking just outrageous.
Then they got another call us savages.
Right. So Donald Trump just posted not too long ago an illegal alien criminal from Haiti who was released into our country by the worst president in history, crooked Joe Biden, and the radical Democrats in Congress just beat an innocent woman to death with a hammer at a gas station in Florida. The video of her brutal slaying is one of the most vicious things you will ever see. This animal was allowed to stay here because the Biden administration granted him and all Haitians temporary protective status. A massively abused and fraudulent program which my administration is working to terminate, but deranged liberal district court judges are standing. Man, see, it's this shit, like those words, you know what I'm saying? That you know that he uses. Our deranged liberal district court judges are standing in our way. This one killing should be enough for these radical judges to stop impeding my administration's immigration policies and allow us to end this scam once and for all. To my fellow Republicans, what do you say? Frankly, all common sense Americans never forget that Joe Biden and the Democrat Party turned the United States of America into a dumping ground, allowing tens of thousands of illegal immigrants in. I mean, the dude has lost his fucking mind, bro.
See, when I see shit like that on the internet and I be commenting on it, I tell them white motherfuckers this. I say, yo, I guess Sitting Bull and Red Cloud felt the same way when y'all came over here. When y'all brought disease and y'all raped and pillaged and shit. Yeah,
but this nigga posted the video of the woman getting murdered, bro, on his Twitter account.
That's a scare tactic. That's all that is. That's a scare tactic to get everybody mad and shit at the immigrants. That's all that is. And have you want to go out and go to the gun store and then go to the range and learn how to shoot a gun. That's all that bullshit is. You gotta read between the lines, man. That's all that bullshit is to get you riled up.
Well, you know, it ain't. We know it ain't Trump writing this shit. You know what I'm saying? But he reads the shit and they post that shit on his account. You know.
Yeah.
So, yeah. You know, this shit is crazy, man. You know, these motherfuckers using snuff porn and shit to put fear and hate into people's hearts and stuff.
But he ain't sitting there posting about all these here police officers this week that got shot by white people and got killed. Right. He ain't posting that shit.
Right. What was that at OG? I forgot.
What's that?
What they were killing them police at?
Dude, one cop got killed out here in California. Early this morning, the shootout. They had to block the street off.
I thought they had a school shooting too. But
no, there was there definitely was one out there in California this morning. Dude shot a cop, killed him. He holed up in the house and shit. It was everybody was supposed to lock the doors and don't come out the house and shit. Another cop got killed up here in Pennsylvania, state trooper. Got killed up here, and I'm trying to think somewhere else a cop got killed. Then today, some nut went to this ROTC place down in Old Dominion in Virginia, got the busting caps. The cadets jumped on him, and the one cadet had a knife. He started stabbing the motherfucker, but they did. The dude ended up killing one commanders down there, but they had the cadets on TV tonight. The one cadet told me, "Yeah, I pulled my knife out and I started stabbing that motherfucker." They gave him a medal and everything.
Savages, man. They savages, man.
Yeah, man. But the dude didn't kill the dude didn't kill him. He was from the Middle East because he said the dude came in and talking about all our off bars start busting caps.
Yeah. So, man, okay. So with the midterms coming around in November, man, what you think gonna be what these motherfuckers finna pull, bro? Cause I got a feeling that they finna pull some bullshit come these midterms. Man.
I don't think they gonna try some bullshit, but these people ain't going for it. I think the American public, they tired of this shit now. They ain't going for it because, like I said, the next if there's gonna be an insurrection, it's gonna be everybody this time. It ain't gonna just be MAGA. It's gonna be everybody. They definitely gonna run up in that in Washington. Some people gonna get laid down too this time.
Yeah,
they ain't playing that shit. Yeah,
that motherfucker don't do nothing but ride and go hide out in the bunker that's already there.
Yeah, some people gonna get laid down. That's why I think Trump doing with that ballroom. He's doing a bunker because the shit getting ready to pop off with these midterms. I'm telling you.
Yeah, because you know what, OG? I said what they were gonna do. They was gonna rig that motherfucker and say that that they still got control of everything and all hell gonna break loose.
Yep, all hell getting ready to break loose in the midterm. Cause I'm telling you, man, all the motherfuckers going to jail. By 29, all the motherfuckers going to jail. At least 70% of them going to jail. The other 30%, they gonna give up safe evidence against the motherfucker.
Or they gonna take their own self out like they normally do.
Yep, they gonna tell the other people gonna tell on people. They gonna start flipping on people. Muslim motherfuckers going to jail. I don't give a fuck what anybody say. They going to jail.
It just amazes me that these motherfuckers, bro, got this paperwork, got these files, and it's such a big deal to not release this shit now, But the crazy part about it is, check this out. I'm gonna read this up while I get off with him. So today, I know this dude, man. He live in Omaha, and He's a white dude, and he's a diehard Trump supporter. He be talking that shit about Trump, this and that. That's his shit. That's his man. So with that being said, he put up this post, I guess, that somebody wrote out. They woke up this morning, realized everything about to change. Somebody, if a man pretends to be a woman, see, they want to talk about that bullshit. I don't give a fuck about that bullshit right now. Do I agree with Trump on that shit? That's any motherfucking heterosexual man. You know what I'm saying? We ain't with that shit. We don't want to see no man being no woman or no woman being no man. We understand that. But then it gets to, the shit about Biden and shit about Obama, 5 billion for border security is too expensive, but 1.5 trillion for free health care is not. Well, we had health care. We had health care with the Obama administration. They came and tore that shit up. And once they sit and saw that the affordable health care helped all the motherfuckers out that was so-called MAGA, now they in trouble and want to talk about health care since Trump came and tore that shit up. But anyway, he put on there, reading the comments and all that, you got the white boys in there. Oh, I love it, brother. Amen, brother, and all this shit. So I put on, I say, has anyone seen those missing Epstein files asking for a friend?
Yeah.
So you had a couple motherfuckers, laugh, put the laughing emoji. So this is what this motherfucker gonna say, man. Go ahead and run with that one still. What you mean still, motherfucker? That lets me know that you are a motherfucker that support pedophilia.
Yep.
If you still sitting up here talking about go run with that still. But here go the other thing, OG. When you go through his profile, this motherfucker got, a black wife, mixed baby, all this type of shit, and I'm saying to myself, why do these racist motherfuckers always go get a black woman? And what does that black woman want to be with this racist for? I never could understand that.
Yeah, I can't understand that either. I don't need to try to rack my brain trying to figure that one out.
Or vice versa, man. You know what I'm saying? You see Negroes that be with white women that are on the same shit. But I ain't gonna say that because most white women though, man, they with a black dude, they want to act, they want to be black. They want to act black. They want to, what I'm saying?
They want to fit in.
Yeah, but the other way around with the white man and got a black woman and all that shit, I'd be like, dude, how the fuck you sitting this motherfucker knowing this motherfucker looking at you like a nigger bitch every fucking day?
Yeah. Well, I know this white dude here, man. He called himself gonna beat up on his black girlfriend in here, and then what he got the nerve to say? I'm the man dingo up in here. Man, we snatched his ass up. Motherfucker, get no man dingo up in this motherfucker. Shit. Yeah, he talking about I'm the man dingo up in here. I'm like, what?
But they kills me with that shit though, bro. Like I just don't understand it, man. I could never wrap my brain around that shit and try to get understanding of that bullshit, man. I just don't.
Me neither.
But yeah, man, I'm up out of here, man. Shit, man. Have a good night, brother, and shit. We'll be back at it tomorrow.
All right.
Yes, indeed. Man, salute to everybody that came in, man. And I didn't mean to block OG, man, I don't know, man. I guess I must have hit the wrong thing, him out of the studio, banned him out of the studio. I don't fucking know. But yeah, man, fuck Diddy, fuck Jay Prince, fuck MAGA, fuck Donald Trump, fuck them all, man. I'm just sick and tired of all these sorry ass pieces of shit ass motherfuckers. You go on YouTube, man, you see all these Negroes, man, these Negroes that are Trump supporters that push this agenda, and it's fucking weird to me, man. I don't understand it, man. I do not understand it one bit, But we gonna see when they sons or they daughters, that they say they love and all that shit get, pulled into their military somehow once, look, man, let me tell you something. This fucking Iran shit ain't gonna be the last of it. It's gonna be another war that pop off too. Trump is, I'm predicting the over and under is 2.5. So he already at 1. I think Trump gonna be in about 3 wars before he get up out of office. They're not gonna impeach him. They're not gonna dismiss him. He's gonna do all his term until that day come where he has to leave and he tell the American people, man, fuck you. I ain't going nowhere. Just watch. Just watch. So don't be surprised on the midterm. Some of these people in the country go somewhere where there's no extradition, so they don't have to face trial. Yeah. But it's gonna be interesting though, y'all. Definitely that. We're gonna see what these midterms look like. I think they're gonna find a way to try to rig it and say that, Red came through blasting it. Man, listen, the way shit going right now, you can't tell me it ain't going that 70-something million that didn't vote, for this election. Man, all that 70 million finna come up in here, man. Just because you are a felon does not mean that your vote does not count. If you are a convicted felon, you can still vote, man. You can still vote. Don't think just because you are a felon that you can't vote. I'm out of here, and that's one to grow on. Peace.